Hey YouTube, it's me, VSG Simon. Um, I wanted to just make a quick video. It's been a bit over a week because I've been sort of struggling with some chronic asthma and pneumonia that came along after my lap band removal. And that's been 3 weeks and 1 day ago, so I'm still struggling. You probably hear with my breathing, it's still a little bit laboured, but I just wanted to touch base. Some of you have been asking how I've been doing and how um, the surgery went and how my post-op appointment went on Friday with my surgeon. So today is Sunday the 20th, no, the 21st. I can't even keep track of the days at the moment. 21st of February. Um, so um, I wanted to quickly touch base and tell you all that. I'm actually just going to pull up a photo. It just reminded me because yesterday was my nephew's 16th birthday, and there's one pic that had me at the highest weight, and he was about 2 years old when this pic was taken. And you can see there, I don't know if you can see, if it's going to focus. No, it's not. Hang on. Well, it's very glary, but there we go. You can sort of see how big I was there. That was probably when I was about over 150 kilos. So, and yes, he is a redhead and looks nothing like me. I take after my mother's Maltese side, and he takes after my father's Australian side, so that's why he looks so different. But he is my biological nephew, so I don't want it to be a long video, but I don't have a lot to say, but I had my surgeon's appointment on Friday, and it went really well. So I had the appointment about 11:45. I don't know why I said that, but anyway, I have to travel pretty far. It's at Glen Iris, and it's probably about an hour drive for me to get to his office. So he had a chat to me about the surgery and what he did, which is sort of just a recap of what he told me straight after the surgery anyway, but just to recap, he removed the lap band, and underneath it there was a very, very thick wall of scar tissue that he had to cut out as well. He was actually quite surprised at the thickness of it. It was very, very thick, which is why I still had restriction with an empty lap band, to the point where I was, throwing up and not getting food down and that sort of thing. So getting it out was good. He did give me the option to see how I'll go without the surgery, the sleeve surgery. Just mentioned it as an option. I said no, I want my sleeve done. So he's like, yep, and he smiled and said that was fine. So I have a date. Exciting. It's the 10th of May. So as I said, today's the 21st of February, so it's still a few months away, but it'll give me some time to have my food funerals. So I've worked out I've got about 9 Saturdays left where I can go out with friends and have some food funerals and all my favourites and things like that. So I'm going to try and arrange to have Greek this coming Saturday. I love my Greek food, love my Thai and Italian, and I do love lots of different cuisines. So I have a 2-week pre-op diet. I had I'm not sure if this has affected anyone else, or of course with asthmatics, but recently I had tried the Optifast and had problems with getting asthma. It was like triggering a bit of asthma, so it was very bizarre, especially the chocolate desserty kind of puddingy thing. Now I sort of was on the forums on Facebook, and someone was saying that the formulas had changed, the what's in them, and there's a lot more carbs and a lot more of other stuff. So I asked my surgeon if I could try something different as opposed to the Optifast, and he said I could do the OptiSlim, which is good because it's actually cheaper, and the Chemist Warehouse, which here in Australia is like a budget chemist kind of thing. It's like a big warehousey one, so they buy in bulk and make things a bit cheaper for retail. So they've got a huge amount of stock of OptiSlim, but they stopped stocking Optifast. So I would have had to have get that from a normal chemist, which have been way more expensive. So I'm very happy about that. I'm surprised actually my cat's in the corner and she hasn't come out to see what I'm up to, because I'm sitting here talking to myself, so she'll probably like, what is he doing? But she hasn't come out. So so there's really not a lot else I need to say today. I am getting better. It's I don't know why I ended up with a touch of pneumonia. Oh, that's right. I had a chat with the surgeon about that, and he said he thinks that I may have been coming down with something just as I was coming in on the surgery date. I may have been starting to get a bit sick, and then of course I didn't feel anything, or I may have had a bit of a tickly throat, but nothing much, and I didn't really pick up on that as being me being sick. So he just said, you know, with the surgery it probably just exacerbated it and all that. So he said no to asthma steroids right before surgery, because it can actually delay my healing and cause a leak. Well, not cause a leak, but you know, if the sleeve's not healing because of the steroids. So I'm going to go back and see my GP, and we'll come up with a plan. Maybe, you know, antibiotics before surgery. It's probably always a good thing. So and I also said that I will expect that after the surgery that I'll be put on an asthma nebulizer straight away in recovery, because of my difficulty breathing as soon as I came out of the anaesthetic. And unfortunately that nurse is like, oh no, your stats are fine, your stats are fine. I just wasn't breathing properly, and then I thought it was me, so I tried to calm down and take deep breaths and relax, and then I must have dozed off, and then when I woke up she had put a nebulizer on me, so obviously I was still having trouble breathing while asleep. So she thought, okay, well, it's not in his head, so put on a nebulizer. So that's it. I've been back at work. I had to take an extra week of work off, which I'm pretty pissed off about, because, you know, I was sick and I couldn't get back to work. So the reason I'm pissed off about that is because I was going to have obviously my sleeve surgery done, and then have a 2-week holiday with my partner and a friend of ours. We're going to go up to northern Queensland, but it looks like I'm not going to have enough leave. So I'm pretty pissed off because I haven't had a good holiday for ages. So all my annual leave is going to be used on surgery and recovery. So I'm really not happy about that. Weight-wise, nothing much to report. I'm still the same weight that I was on the day of surgery, which is good because I haven't gained anything. Well, I kind of have, because when I had my surgery I lost a couple of kilos, and then now that I'm starting to eat normally and stuff, and the stomach's healing quite nicely, I put those couple of kilos back on, but I'm the same weight as I was on surgery date, so there's no gain there. But you know, I expect that with my 2 weeks of OptiSlim, I will drop any excess weight that I might have put on anyway. So that is about it. As far as me is concerned, I have a few new subscribers, so I just want to say a big thank you to you guys. And I can't get a list, or I don't know if this affects anyone else, but it must be something to do with your settings. But I have 12 subscribers now, still not that many, but I have 12. But some of you don't come up in my list of subscribers, so you must have a privacy setting or something like that on there, so I can't actually see all of you. But a lot of you are from the US and from Canada as well, so you know, hopefully get some more Aussies on here as well, and watching my journey too. And I love watching your journeys as well, so I still do that when I can. I'm back at work now, so it's a bit harder to get the time to go through all the videos. I've caught up on Dennis's videos, waiting patiently for the next one, but he said he's going to go to about one every month now, so that makes sense, because he's sort of in his maintenance stage as opposed to loss stage, so there's probably less to report. Sleeve Rocker, I'm catching up, I'm getting there. You're actually my main focus at the moment, and then I had a new subscriber sent me a message, but she was one of the ones I couldn't actually see in my list of subscribers. So, and I'm so sorry I didn't write down your name. But you sent me a message to ask me how my surgeon's appointment went. So, thank you very much for asking. You prompted me to do a new video, so I appreciate that. And I keep looking at the screen and not the camera. I will get there, sorry. So it looks like I'm looking off into the distance, but I'm actually looking at myself in the screen, but the camera's over here to the side, so I need to look at that. I do this on my iPad, so that's probably why it looks a bit weird. And that's it, really. I don't need another appointment with my surgeon, but he said, you know, if you want to come and see me, feel free. That's good. But being that my assistant surgeon is my GP, I probably will just go see him maybe a month before surgery, just to have a touch base and try and put a asthma prevention plan in place, so I don't end up in the same boat that I am now. So work's been really fantastic, actually. I rang them and just said, because on the Sunday, I've been back a week. Previous week I took off, and that Sunday, I can't remember the date, was pretty close to calling an ambulance because I was in such a bad way. So I rang her on the Monday, my manager, and told her what had happened, and I said, look, the best thing I think is just for me to grab another week of annual leave, and she was perfectly fine with it, which I'm really grateful for, because we're a very, very small team and we have a lot of work to do. So even if all of us are there, we still don't get, you know, on top of all the work. So to lose me for another week was a big hassle to them. So the other two left, so I'm very, very appreciative. I'm rambling now, and I know I'm rambling. I didn't get prepared. I bought this notebook, and I've gone over 10 minutes. Hopefully this will upload. But I bought this notebook, and we're going to record everything down, and, you know, wait, and you know, subscribers and shout outs and things like that. And I'll get there, I'm sorry. Just sometimes I'm not too prepared, and I've been so sick all week anyway. So, but I'll leave it here. Hopefully I can upload this video. It's at 11 minutes and 50 seconds. So thank you again, all my new subscribers and my existing subscribers. Thanks very much, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.